Well, we had some technical difficulties. Hopefully everything is coming back. We'll keep on checking, make sure we're all right. There's a strike called. There are 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Jacob Teston at the plate. Hannon Price flied out to right. Daniel Goodman went down on strikes. Here's Young with the pitch, and this one is fouled back. Appreciate you staying with us. Not sure how long we were off and what you missed. We get an opportunity, we'll recap. Right now it's 7-3 in favor of Brewton-Parker. Technology is going to fail at times. Internet connection lost, but everything seems to be back. It's going to happen when you're dealing with technology. 2 outs, bases empty. Full count on the batter, Jacob Teston. 2 for 2 with an RBI. Walked his last time up. Here's a pitch from Young, still on the mound, and this is grounded towards short. Cut off by the third baseman. Long throw to first. Not in time. Umpire saying Williams came off the bag. It's going to be an infield hit for Jacob Tester, his 3rd hit of the night. Very close play. Not sure they would have had him anyway. So while we have this opportunity, while there's a discussion, and just in case you missed it, in the top of the 7th, Brewton-Parker got an RBI single from Bo Townsend that scored Chris Starling. That made the score 7-3. In the bottom of the 7th, Hannon Price led off with a fly out to right. Daniel Gooden struck out, and now that play, Jacob Teston safe at first, and still a discussion down the first baseline. Hopefully you didn't miss any more than that. Did not notice we had a technical issue going on. Everything seems to be back in order now. So when you go back to watch, you'll notice when I get a chance to, I'll label these part 1 and part 2, and if I'm able to, I'll put the innings also. So you want to go back and watch the archives, maybe tomorrow or later on after the tournament ends. Here's the first pitch. Fastball misses up high to shortstop Jake Nichols. Jake is 0 for 2, hit by a pitch and scored a run in the 4th. Christian Young started, still in there for Brewton-Parker. Long drive way back into left and gone. Jake Nichols, 2-run homer. That cuts the deficit in half. Teston scores, no doubt about it. That one left and had plenty to spare. 2-run homer, that ignites the Lions and their fans coming down from North Georgia. It's a 7-5 ball game. That is hit number 8 on the board for Emmanuel College. A long 2-run homer, not the first one we've seen today. Had a grand slam in game number 2 this afternoon. Also 2-run homer earlier in that ball game as well. So 2 outs, bases empty. Here's the center fielder, Dustin McNichol. 0 for 3, reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th, struck out last time up. Here's the first pitch from Young, a fastball that misses upstairs. Taking a look down at the bullpen, a man has just gotten up, hasn't started to throw yet, but he's about to. Here's a 1-0. Misses low, 2 balls, no strikes. So again, appreciate your patience, staying with us. Ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Dustin McNichol He gets on, it would bring the potential tying run to the plate. Right hand started to flinch, and Young furious with the call. The non-call. That right hand came up, but changed the ball for. Now that potential tying run is at the plate. Steven Skaggs, the hitter, he has walked and gone out twice, so 0 for 2, and now we're going to have a new runner at first base. Now with the technical difficulty, I might have missed something. Looked like McNichol just went to first. I think I saw number 28 going off the field for Emmanuel. If so, that was Clay Shearhouse who just drew the walk. Here's a pop-up, fouled back. So if I have that right, Shearhouse drew that walk, and then McNichol re-entered. Of course, trying to keep track, getting us back on the air, and keeping track of what's going on the field as well. Here's a foul back. No balls, 2 strikes to Skaggs at the plate. It is McNichol at first, wearing number 25. Again, I believe I saw number 28, Clay Shearhouse, leaving the field, so he drew the walk. McNichol's re-entered, and here's a pitch, and it hits the batter, and now the potential tying run is on base. That's a third man that Young has hit, and we have a timeout. That might be all for Christian Young. We'll see what the conference at the mound results in. Young coming out or staying in there. 2 runs are in. The 2-run homer from Jake Nichols has pulled Emmanuel to within 2. And for Jake Nichols, that home run was his 7th on the season. He now has 40 runs driven in. Looks like Young is still out on the mound. A very quick conference. There's a runner at second. That is Dustin McNichol. The potential tying run at first, and Steven Skaggs, he was just hit by a pitch. And it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for Chase Parker. At the plate, number 34, Walker Smith. He is pinch hitting for Chase Parker. Parker was 0 for 2 with a walk. Walker Smith at the plate, a big man, 6'2", 245. And the first pitch misses. Walker Smith hitting 176. He has homered twice and driven in 4 in limited opportunity. Here's the 1-0. And a strike called in the outside corner. Smith didn't like it, but it's 1-1. Well, we'll see if Parker comes out back to third base. Walker Smith, left-handed hitter, right-handed thrower, a junior from Bartow, Georgia. And this pitch called strike 2. And now it's 1-2. Again, Smith didn't like the call. He thought it was low. 2 on, 2 out, 2 runs in, bottom of the 7th. Christian Young still on the mound, lefty on lefty. Here's the 1-2. Ground ball hard toward third. And the out is made, 5 unassisted. Bo Townsend makes the play to retire the side. Smith hit it very hard, but that ends the inning. A 2-run homer from Jake Nichols cuts the deficit in half. After 7, Brewton-Parker leads it 7-5. Top of the 8th in a very exciting ball game. 7-5, Brewton-Parker leads. 9-1 and 2 due up for the Barons. Worrell, Boyd, and Nobles. 2-run homer by Jake Nichols cut the 4-run deficit down to 2, and we're in the 8th. Colton Bridges still on the mound and gets a good fastball by the hitter for strike 1. Taz Worrell, RBI single, sac bunt, and a strikeout. Here's the 0-1, fouled straight back, no balls, 2 strikes. Everything looking good now in our connection. Kansas City 15-1 over Baltimore in the 6th. Here's the 0-2. Worrell started the chase, held up in time. Five 5-0 Mariners over the Blue Jays. That game in the bottom of the 9th. Toronto trying to rally late. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bridges delivers, misses inside. Atlanta leads Tampa Bay 1-0 in the 8th. Reds 4-2 over the Mets in the 7th. Here's a 2-2 from Colton Bridges. Misses downstairs. So after getting ahead, no balls, 2 strikes, he has now run the count full. Worrell trying to get on base. Chance for the Barons to extend their 2-run lead. Here's a pitch. Ball 4, misses inside. That's the first walk issued by Bridges. Leadoff man aboard and a timeout called. Coach heading out to the mound to talk with Bridges. 2 catchers in the bullpen. Can't see who the relief pitchers are warming up, but we're going to have a pitching change. We'll tell you all about it when we come back. We'll pause here. Runner at first, nobody out. The new pitcher for the Lions, number 39, junior right-hander Zach Wells. He is 2-0 on the season, an ERA of 8.22. He is inheriting a runner at first and nobody out. Worrell drew the walk. Should he score, that run would go to Colton Bridges. Bridges did a very good job. He allowed 1 run. Two 2 2/3 innings in relief of Dalton Kuhn, who started. He is responsible for the runner at first. Top of the order, George Boyd at the plate. He has 3 consecutive hits. He's also driven in a run and scored once. 3 out of 4 total. At the plate with a runner at first and nobody out. Sidearm delivery just misses, hitting the batter. 1 ball, no strike. Zach Wells, a junior from McDonough, Georgia. Steps off the mound, makes sure the runner gets back. A good lead off first by Taz Worrell. Brewton-Parker trying to win their 2nd game of the day. Throw to first is up high and the runner is back. Barons, the only team to play twice today. They defeated Trinity Baptist 9-3. That game started at 12, got some rest, as Toccoa Falls and Warner University played at 3. Warner won that ball game 10-3. Barons and the Lions going at it now. Hot shot, fair ball just inside the line. Here's a runner around second on his way to third. Worrell's not going to stop, and now he does after he rounds third. Looked for a moment like Worrell was going to try to score. That is a double for the leadoff man, George Boyd. That's his 4th hit of the ball game, 4 out of 5. So I said earlier, Bo Townsend might be player of the game. I think Boyd wants at least a share of that honor. And now this is a trip to the mound. Runners will be at second and third. Nobody out. Peyton Noble will be coming up. Brewton-Parker led by 4 until the 2-run homer in the bottom of the 7th. Lead is now 2, and right now they could reclaim a 4-run lead. George Boyd IV, a sophomore from Sonoya, Georgia. Stands at 5'11", 165, 4 for 5, and it looks like we're going to have another pitching change. We'll pause here, tell you about the new man on the mound when we resume. 7-5, Barons lead in the 8th. Daniel Gooden was the designated hitter. He is now on the mound for Emmanuel College, and what a breaking ball he just threw in that warm-up, and he is throwing some high heat in his warm-up tosses. He will inherit runners at second and third with nobody out. Daniel Gooden, a left-handed senior. 2 wins, 1 loss, 563 earned run average, 24 innings, 33 strikeouts, better than 12 1/3 per 9. That is a terrific ratio. However, he's walked 18 men as well, and he's allowed 20 hits. The first man he will face will be Peyton Nobles. (7-5), Brewton-Parker leads, looking to extend. We're in the top of the 8th. Nobles 1 for 4, also a run scored in that 4-run 5th inning. No further action in the Lions bullpen. A couple of Barons standing around watching in the bullpen, nobody throwing. Gooden's first pitch. Hard fastball drilled into right, and that's going to be caught. Runners will hold. Right fielder Steven Skaggs charges in and makes the catch. That's the first out of the inning. Skaggs charging in, had a lot of momentum in case he needed to throw to the plate. Taz Worrell at third, he walked. George Boyd at second, he doubled right down the line. 1 out, here is Starling, the left fielder. And the pitch is a fastball up and away. Starling has 2 hits and an RBI and a run scored and 4 trips to the plate. He's also stolen a base. 1 ball, no strikes. Gooden takes a long look in, now the pitch. And a looper in the left field, that's a base hit. 1 run is in, another will stop at third. That is an RBI single for Chris Starling. His 3rd hit, 2nd RBI. Worrell scores, and it is now 8-5. That run is charged to Bridges. And Boyd at third. He's a responsibility of Zach Wells. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Klein Nipper at the plate. He has hit safely in 2 consecutive trips. He's 2 for 4 overall with an RBI and a run scored. Gooden trying to get out of a tough jam he inherited, second and third, nobody out. 1 run is now in. First pitch, breaking ball, misses outside. So the 1-0 pitch from Gooden, hard throwing left-hander. And he misses upstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. Gooden, a senior, making his 22nd appearance on the season. Runners off on the move, swing and a miss, throw down to second is good and in time. And the catcher, Philip Swindell, cuts down the runner trying to steal. Starling caught, 2 down. 2 balls and a strike. That was a swing and a miss to Nipper. Runner at third, 2 outs. Gooden delivers. Breaking ball, sharp curveball in there for strike 2. That one had all kinds of movement. It's 2-2, 2 outs. Nipper the hitter, looking to add a little more insurance. Here's a 2-2, another curveball. This one misses, and both pitcher and catcher starting toward the dugout. They didn't get the call. Sometimes when the batter heads down to first and what he thinks is ball 4, the umpire will call a strike and call him back. Not sure if that's what went on or if the ball did miss. It's 3-2. Here's the pitch. High pop foul out of play. Lions and their fans wondering where that strike 3 was. Pitch a go. Payoff pitch coming from Gooden, and high drive, well hit, way back and gone. So Gooden did not get the call, and the result is a 2-run homer for Klein Nipper. Boyd scores on the blast, 2-run homer, and now the Barons lead it 10-5. Gooden's not feeling very well about that non-call of strike 3 a couple of pitches ago. And that results in a 2-run homer. Now Boyd's run is charged to Wells. Gooden now charged with the run on the homer, and he misses. 1 ball, no strikes. Third baseman Bo Townsend. So Nipper with his 3rd consecutive hit. He wants a share of that player of the game now. It's going to be a tough call. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bo Townsend, 2-run double and an RBI single. Hit by a pitch also, on base 3 times and 4 trips to the plate. Gooden now from the stretch with the bases empty. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Breaking ball gets the corner for strike 2. No doubt about it, home run from Klein Nipper. And here is the 1-2. This one hits the dirt. They're going to ask for a check swing. No swing. Townsend skipped out of the way, and now the umpire saying the ball hit the batter. That was a very late call. No indication right away. In fact, the home plate umpire checked down for a swing. Of course, if he swings and gets hit by the pitch, that would be a strike. And now we have a discussion off to the side of the home plate area. So that goes as a hit batsman. Townsend is aboard, the first batter that any Lions pitcher has hit tonight. 2 outs, runner at first. Here's Lorenzo Williams. He is 1 out of 4. Williams being called over to talk to his coach as we may have another pitching change. Heading out to the mound, Daniel Gooden gives up the home run, hits the next batter. So a new man coming in for the Lions. We'll tell you about him when we come back. Right now it's 10-5, Brewton-Parker leading. The new pitcher is senior Ty Tipton. And Tipton is making his 16th appearance, 7.17 ERA, no wins, 1 loss. 5th pitcher of the night for the Emmanuel Lions. He will inherit a runner at first with 2 outs. (10-5), Brewton-Parker leads. 3 runs in the inning. The big blow, a 2-run shot from Klein Nipper, a no-doubter headed toward the trees back there behind the left field fence. Where he hit it is around 350, maybe a little more. Good 20 to 25 feet before the trees that you see behind the fence. That ball came up just short of those trees. A no-doubt 2-run homer. And the Barons lead by 5. Biggest lead of the night for either team. Tipton is ready, but we still have a conference going on down the third baseline. Remember, right before that home run, Daniel Gooden did not get a strike 3 call that he really thought he had. He started trotting back toward the dugout. He and his catcher, Swindell. It was called a ball. And a pitch or 2 later, the home run made it 10-5. Still conversation down the line. Both umpires now talking with 2 of the Emmanuel College coaches. Unless that's one of the Brewton-Parker coaches. Looks like third base coach. In any event, there's a runner at first. 2 outs. What was a very fast-paced ball game has slowed down in the last couple of innings. Number of pitching changes, 4 to be exact. In all, 3 this inning for Emmanuel. Here's Williams at the plate, no count. He is 1 out of 4. The runner at first is Bo Townsend. He was hit by a pitch. A little controversial call. That might have been a lot of the discussion we just saw. And a high fly ball into right. That's going to drop foul. A long run by the right fielder, Steven Skaggs, unable to get there, but the ball lands foul. No balls and a strike. Lorenzo Williams flew out to left his last time up.
All right, Lolo. Make it happen, babe.
Action gets underway at 12 noon tomorrow. The first elimination game between Trinity Baptist and Toccoa Falls. Been a long day, but a lot of good baseball. Been a fun time here at Trinity Ball Yard tonight. We'll do it again. 3 more tomorrow. Here's a pitch. This one misses inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Tune in on TBC Eagles on YouTube 3 more times tomorrow. Hopefully nothing will go wrong. Here's a 1-1. Line drive, base hit into right. Here's a runner around second. He's heading on into third to throw off the mark and saved, keeping a runner at first. So Townsend with 2 outs going off on contact. He makes it to third. That is a base hit for Lorenzo Williams. His second hit of the night. He's now 2 for 5. Blake Corbett is the hitter. He's the right fielder. 1 for 4 with a run scored. Again, we appreciate your patience as we work through the technical problem. Sometimes Wi-Fi just doesn't want to do what it's supposed to do. Dean, always knowing what to do, got us back on. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Here's a pitch from Tipton in the dirt. That's going to allow a runner into second base. So Williams advances on the wild pitch. The first one for Ty Tipton. Third one overall for Emmanuel pitching. Second and third now, 2 outs. 1 ball, no strikes on Blake Corbett. And the 1-0 misses inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Tipton takes a long look in for the sign. Here comes a 2-0. And time call, and Corbett didn't want to wait any longer. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 8th, Emmanuel has a leadoff man due up, Brock Balkum. Still an inning and a half to go, and here comes a 2-0 now from Tipton. Instead, a turn back and a fire towards second. Throw might have beaten the runner, but it was off the mark to the wrong side of the bag. So another 2-0. Tipton on the mound. Corbett now in the box. Another long look in from Ty Tipton. And a sidearm delivery misses outside. It's 3-0. Nobody warming up at the moment for either team. Three balls, no strikes. Tipton again taking a long look in. Here's a 3-0, and he gets the strike on the outside corner. 3 balls, 1 strike. 2 men in scoring position, 2 outs. Top of the 8th. Tipton delivers, chopper towards short, gonna be cut off, throw to third is not in time, and a run will score. The only play that Nichols had, he tried to get the out at third. Townsend scores, it's now 11-5. Williams advances to third. That is a base hit, infield single for Corbett. And a run batted in as well. Corbett gets his second hit. He's 2 for 5. Here is Jerome Holmes. He is 2 out of 4, and he's hit the ball hard all 4 times. Well, 3 out of 4. First time reached down a bunt. First pitch misses downstairs. This is the second time that Brewton-Parker has batted around tonight. They did so in the 5th when they scored 4. They have scored 4 here in the 8th as well. This one misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Tipton again taking his time. Here's a 2-0. Gets the strike on the corner. Two balls, one strike, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, 2-2. So the count is even, deuces wild. Even number 2 at the plate. Tipped in from the stretch. Here's a 2-2. Bouncer up the middle and into center field. A base hit. 1 run is in. Here's another man on his way to third and an RBI single for Holmes. That's his 3rd hit of this game and 6th of the night. 12-5 now. Barons lead. Williams, he scores. Corbett goes first to third. 10th man in the inning is Taz Worrell. He led off this inning with a walk and ended up scoring. Runners again at the corners with 2 outs. And the pitch is a curveball for strike 1. No balls and a strike. Tipped in, delivers, and misses up and away. Down in the high 60s now with the breeze, making it feel even cooler. Of course, Dean was smart enough to bring a jacket. I wasn't. Here's a 1-1. Hot shot and foul right at the runner at third, and Corbett got down just in time. We saw that happen in the second game today also. Fortunately, neither time, nobody hit with the ball, nobody hurt. Tipped in ahead in the count, 1-2. And a pitch, changeup, got him, and that ends the inning. A 5-run 8th inning, 2-run homer from Klein Nipper. And as we go to the bottom of the 8th, Brewton-Parker leads it 12-5. Bottom of the 8th, and Brewton-Parker has a new man on the mound. Right-hander Jake Brown. He is a freshman. I do not have his hometown. Enjoying his first season. Trying to get you the numbers on Jake Brown. He wears number 47. 2-1, 6.25 ERA. 31 2/3 innings pitched, 22 earned runs. He is in relief of Christian Young, threw a lot of pitches, and stands to be the winner. Young allowed 5 runs in 7 innings, all 5 earned. 7 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, and 3 wild pitches. So Young toughed it out, got through 7 innings. Really only a couple of rough spots. 2 runs in the first, 2 runs in the 7th. In between, he was very good. Leading off is the top of the order second baseman Brock Bauckham. Hit by a pitch his last time up, 0 for 3 on the night. So Brown gets ready for his first pitch, and it's fouled off. For the Barons, 2 in the third, 4 in the fifth, 1 in the seventh, and 5 in the eighth. Here's a pitch, and downstairs, 1-1. Told you about 2 in the first and 2 in the seventh for Emmanuel. They also got 1 in the fourth. 12-5, bottom of the eighth, leadoff man Brock Bauckham getting things started. And the pitch is fouled off. Count remains 1-2. Mistakenly said 0 for 3. Bauckham is 1 out of 3 at a base hit in the third. 1-2, and the pitch is a breaking ball that misses for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Number 4, Brewton-Parker, leading 12-5 over number 1, Emmanuel College. There's a line drive and a base hit to lead off the eighth. Brock Bauckham trying to start a rally. His team is trailing by 7, but a very high-powered run-scoring offense. 8 runs per game is their average. They're going to have to surpass that to have a chance at a comeback. Here's Swindell. He is at the plate. And the pitch is fouled off. Earlier in the game, Swindell hit on the hand by a pitch. Everything's all right. Only reason he came out was a courtesy runner for the catcher. That gave him a chance to recoup. Got back in there. 0 for 3 officially on the night. Bauckham led off with a hit. He's at first. Down by 7, not sure about any stolen base opportunities. This one is fouled back. Bauckham, though, is 12 out of 16 in stolen base attempts this season. 75%, very good. Of course, with his team trailing by 7, I wouldn't expect it, but you never know. This one lifted down the right side, and it's going to drop foul. So no balls, 2 strikes. Bauckham returns to first. Swindell at the plate. Looking to keep the line moving, start a rally. Don't have to get it all back here in the 8th, but they need at least 7. And that's assuming they hold Brewton scoreless in the 9th. This one misses outside. I have 2-2. Scoreboard shows 1-2. Of course, I've been in here a lot, been out in the sun a lot today. Could be my bad. Here's a 1-2. Brown from the stretch. Strike 3 call on the outside corner. That's 1 away. First strikeout for Jake Brown. So he's allowed a hit and now caught a man looking. Here's left fielder Hannon Price. He is 1 for 4, been on base 3 times though, 2 of those on fielder's choice. And a pitch, swing and a miss. Brewers lead the Indians 3-2 in the 8th. Tigers 5-2 over Texas in the 7th. Check swing and no swing. Cubs and Marlins tied at 3 in the 7th. White Sox lead the Pirates 5-4 in the 4th. The 1-1, line drive, base hit. Hit hard into center field. Baucom stops at second, and now Lions have 2 men aboard. That one straight up the middle. And the Lions threatening to score in the 8th. Here's Daniel Gooden in the batting order. He is the DH. We explained earlier, if the pitcher's also listed at the DH, Gooden pitched a little bit tonight. He can stay in the batting order should he come off the field defensively. And this pitch is inside for ball 1. Rockies lead Angels 1-0 in the 5th. Astros and Athletics still to get underway. This one fouled back. Count even at 1-1. Also starting in a couple of minutes, Nationals at the Padres and the Diamondbacks in Los Angeles. Only final, Minnesota 7, St. Louis 1. 1-1 to Gooden, and the pitch from Brown misses outside. 2 balls and a strike.
Really?
And the 2-1, hot shot toward first, right at the first baseman Williams. He steps on the bag. That's out number 2. Both runners advance. Baucom to third and Price into second. 2 outs. Here's a first baseman, Jacob Teston. He has 3 hits, a walk, and an RBI. Good night at the plate for Teston. First pitch from Brown, almost a wild pitch. Nice job by Nipper to keep the runners at second and third. Teston, a senior from Rincon, Georgia. At the plate, looking to drive in 2 and pull his team a little closer. This is a chopper, foul down the right side. One ball, 1 strike. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th, 12-5, Brewton-Parker leads. And Brown from the stretch, the 1-1, a changeup that's fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Right into the empty bullpen over on the Emmanuel side. And the 1-2 coming from Jake Brown, his first inning of work tonight in relief of Christian Young. And the pitch is bounced towards right field and a base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes another run. The ball gets by. 2 runs have scored. Teston on his way to third. And that will go as a 2-run single for Jacob Teston. As the ball gets by, there'll be an error on the right fielder allowing the advance. Both runs would have scored anyway. So a runner at third now with 2 outs. Corbett could not come up with it. That allowed Teston to get around to third. And the first pitch is slapped foul. Jake Nichols went deep his last time up. No doubt 2-run shot in the left field. 12-7 now. Brewton-Parker still leading. And a good changeup misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brown from the stretch, and this one is fouled off. 1-2. Emmanuel Lions, 7 runs, still a little shy of their season average. That 8th run at third base. And the pitch, a wild pitch. Here's a runner trying to score. Teston is in there safely, and it's 12-8. Jake Brown with the wild pitch. Now the bases are empty. 3 runs are in. 2-2 count. Nichols at the plate. High pop fly into right field. Corbett calls off the infielders and makes the catch. That will retire the side. 3 runs on 3 hits and nobody left, and we go to the 9th. Brewton-Parker 12, Emmanuel 8. Top of the 9th, Ty Tipton still on the mound for Emmanuel. He is going to face a top of the order, George Boyd. Boyd will be followed by Nobles and Starling. 12-8. A lot of scoring tonight, especially in the last couple of innings. Brewton-Parker got 5 in the 8th. That opened up at that time a 7-run lead. Emmanuel came back with 3 in the bottom half. It's 12-8. Tipton's first pitch is in there for a strike. Tipton, the 5th pitcher for the Lions tonight. Brewton-Parker has used 2. Here's a 1-strike pitch, a high fly ball into right field, should be caught. Skaggs is there for out number 1. In the bottom of the 9th, the bottom third of the batting order will be due up for Emmanuel College. McNichol, Skaggs, and Parker.
Up to bat, number 3, Peyton Nobles.
Parker was pinch hit for last time, but re-entered. He's back at third. Here's Nobles, a shortstop, and a strike called. Gonna be tough player of the game call. I'm gonna lean with George Boyd. 4 hits and a couple of runs scored. This one is fouled straight back. Very tough call because Klein Nipper, 3 RBIs, 3 out of 5. Bo Townsend has also driven in 3. And this one misses outside. But barring anything else, I'm going to call George Boyd right now tonight's player of the game. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss. That is out number 2. Boyd, the DH. He was the catcher in Brewton-Parker's first game this afternoon. 4 for 5, RBI, 2 runs scored. Leadoff hitter for Brewton-Parker. 2 outs in the 9th. Here's Chris Starling. He's also had a good night at the plate, a couple of RBIs. And the pitch, high fly ball, well hit towards left. It's got a chance. It is caught right at the fence. Left fielder Price collides with the fence and makes the catch. That one nearly got out. And we go to the bottom of the 9th after a 1-2-3 top half. Lions trail by 4. It's 12-8, Brewton-Parker. Jacob Johnson on the mound to try to close things out for Brewton-Parker. It's a 4-run lead, so not a save situation. But Johnson looking to get 3 outs. He's 1-2, making his 20th appearance. He has a 4.91 ERA in 25 2/3 innings. He will face the bottom third of the order. Dustin McNichol will lead things off, barring any pinch hitters. So Jacob Johnson, the 3rd man of the night, asked to get 3 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. Again, a 4-run lead, so it would not be a save. Right now, just get them out. Seven, 8, and 9 due up for Emmanuel College. They got 3 in the bottom of the 8th. Don't count them out. This team can score some runs. Number 25, Dustin McNichol at the plate. Walked his last time up. 0 for 3 officially. Johnson winds and delivers. And the first pitch misses outside. Jacob Johnson, a freshman. No hometown listed. And the 1-0, right down the middle for strike 1. Both teams have brought a pretty good crowd on hand. Both teams from Georgia. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tomorrow, Trinity Baptist College and Toccoa Falls at 12. This winner here takes on Warner at 3. And the pitch is down and away. Should this score stand, that would be Brewton-Parker playing that 3 o'clock game against Warner. And the 7 o'clock game will depend on who wins and loses earlier in the day. High pop foul out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 7 o'clock game tomorrow night will feature the losers. Looks like the winner of the elimination game between Trinity Baptist and Toccoa, and the loser of that 3 o'clock game, if I read it correctly. That's strike 3 and out number 1 here in the bottom of the 9th. Johnson fans, the first man he faces. Here's a right fielder, Steven Skaggs. Hit by a pitch, a walk, 0 for 2 on the night. Johnson winds and delivers, changes arm angle, drop down from the side, gets the ground ball to Holmes, who makes the play. 4-3 for out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty, 1 out left to get. Parker is the scheduled hitter, but we see a new man coming to the plate for the Lions. Brandon Taylor now batting for Emmanuel College. We saw him as a courtesy runner earlier. Now a chance to swing the bat. So Brandon Taylor at the plate. And here's the first pitch from Johnson. Sidearm fastball inside. Taylor 278 on the season. A homer and 3 runs batted in, and a big swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jacob Johnson trying to close it out. He would preserve the win for Christian Young. This one is called strike 2 on the outside corner. Christian Young, 7 innings, 5 earned runs, 7 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. He would be the winner if Johnson can seal the deal, and this one misses upstairs, 2-0. Colton Bridges on hook for the loss for Emmanuel. Here's a 2-2. Johnson will not get the pitch off. Time called. Taylor batting here in the bottom of the ninth. Base is empty, 2 outs. And the 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Jacob Johnson's fans 2 in the inning. And the final score, Brewton-Parker College 12, Emmanuel College 8. A very exciting baseball game, and we'll be back at 12 o'clock tomorrow. TBC and Toccoa Falls in the first elimination game of the tournament. I'm Ray Bureau, Dean Bureau on camera. Athletic Director John D. Jones. Eagles head coach John Copeland. Ethan Horton, our game day coordinator, and Alexa Goodwin on the mic. We'll see you tomorrow at 12. Good night. God bless you from Trinity Baptist College.